Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for checking out this video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to play the song Too Good to Not Believe by Cody Carnes and Brandon Lake. This is the part 2 out of 2 lesson. I posted part 1 a while back. In part 1, I showed you how to play it without a capo. So in this lesson, I'll show you how to play it with a capo. If we haven't met before, my name is Andrew. I'm a worship leader at my local church. On my channel, you'll find a lot of worship leading tips and worship tutorials. If that's something that's interesting to you, go ahead and hit the like button and the subscribe button and the notification bell to keep updated for future videos. Other than that, guys, let's get right into the lesson for Too Good to Not Believe. Alright guys, so Too Good to Not Believe by Cody and Brandon is originally in the key of C. The tempo is 72 beats per minute and the time signature is 4/4. And like I mentioned before, this is the part 2 out of 2 lesson for this song. In the first part, I showed you how to play it without a capo, but in this lesson, I'll show you how to play it with a capo. And before I show you the chords, I want to show you the strumming pattern first. And so for the strumming pattern, we can stick with this pattern throughout the whole song. We don't have to switch it up throughout the different parts of the song. The strumming pattern that we'll use will go something like this. It will be down, down, up, down, 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 up. And what I'll do, I'll play that strumming pattern at full speed and then I'll slow it down right after. This is the strumming pattern at full speed. And this is the strumming pattern at a slower speed. If you're struggling with the strumming pattern, no worries, just rewind the video and keep practicing it, you'll get it. So now that we have the strumming pattern down, I can show you the chords that we'll use throughout the whole song. What we'll do, we'll take our capo and place it on the 5th fret of the guitar and play our key of G chords. So throughout the whole song, we'll only be playing 5 chords, and these 5 chords are pretty familiar if you see my other tutorials on the channel. We'll be playing the following chords. It's a G chord, D, E minor 7, C add 9, and A minor. So to begin this song, we'll play the intro, and for the intro we have a chord progression that has 4 chords. We'll play the following chords. It's C, G, E minor, and D. And we'll play that chord progression once for the intro. The intro will sound something like this. So then after the intro, we can go right into the first verse. And for the verse, we do have a different chord progression. We'll play the following chords. It's a C, G, E minor, D, then back to C, E minor, G, and D. So the verse will go something like this. I've lived stories that have proved your faithfulness. There is beauty in what I can understand. Jesus, it's you. So then right after the verse, we go right into the chorus. And for the chorus, it's the same chord progression as the verse, so no changes there. The chorus would sound something like this. I believe you're the wonder-working to not believe in the wonder-working God. And so right after the chorus, they sing the line, "You're too good to not believe," a couple of times. So we'll play the following chords for that part. It's a C, E minor, G, and D. And so what I'll do is I'll sing the second half of the chorus and the tag so you get an idea of how the tag sounds like. It would sound something like this. Too good to not believe in the wonder-working God. You heal because you love. Too good to not believe. Too good to not believe. So then after that we go into the second verse, and that second verse has the same chord progression as the first verse, no changes there. Same thing with the second chorus, that's the same chord progression as the first chorus, no changes there. And after the second chorus there is another tag before getting into the bridge, and that tag is the same chord progression as the first tag, but you play it 2 times instead of 1 time. So then after that we go into the bridge, and for the bridge there are 2 different chord progressions. I'll show you both chord progressions, but for the majority of the bridge we'll play the first chord progression that I'll show you now. We'll play the following chords for the first chord progression. It's a C chord, E minor, G, and D. And we'll play that chord progression 4 times for the first part of the bridge. So the first part of the bridge will go something like this. We seen cancer disappear. We seen broken bodies healed. We seen real life resurrection. We seen mental health restored. So then that brings us into the second part of the bridge, and for the second part of the bridge, that starts on the line, "We'll see cities in revival." We'll use the following chords. It's an A minor, E minor, G, D, then we'll go back to A minor, G, E minor, and then D. The second part of the bridge will sound something like this. We'll see cities in revival and salvation flood the streets. We'll see glory fill the nations. Don't you tell me he can't do it. So then after the bridge, Cody and Brandon go back into the chorus and they sing that a couple of times, but that chord progression is the same as the prior choruses. And so to finish this song, we can go ahead and play a G chord to conclude it. And that's ultimately how you play Too Good to Not Believe with a capo on the 5th fret using your key of G chords. So the next part of the lesson, if you're familiar with my other tutorials on the channel, is the playthrough. And so what I'll do for the playthrough is sing and play the second verse, the chorus once, and the bridge once, and it's just an idea to see how everything is put together. If you struggle with the playthrough, like I mentioned before, no worries, just rewind, come back to the video if you want to, just keep practicing it and you'll get it. If you have any questions about the playthrough or about the lesson in general, go ahead and leave them down in the comment section down below. I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Otherwise guys, let's get right into the playthrough. And I can resurrect a man with my own hands. Just a mention of your name can raise the dead. And all the glory to the only one who can. Jesus, it's you. Jesus, it's you. I believe in the wonder-working God, the wonder-working God. All the miracles I've seen, too good to not believe in the wonder-working God. You heal because you love. All the miracles we'll see, and too good to not believe. Too good to not believe. Too good to not believe. We've seen cancer disappear. We've seen broken bodies healed. Don't you tell me he can do it. Don't you tell me he can do it. We've seen real life resurrection. We've seen mental health restored. Don't you tell me he can do it. Don't you tell me he can do it. We've seen families reunited. We've seen prodigals return. Don't you tell me he can do it. Don't you tell me he can do it. We've seen troubled souls delivered. We've seen addicts finally freed. Don't you tell me he can do it. Don't you tell me he can do it. We'll see cities in revival and salvation flood the streets. Don't you tell me he can do it. Don't you tell me he can do it. We'll see glory fill the nations like the world has never seen. Don't you tell me he can do it, 'cause I know that he can. Alright guys, so that's the part 2 lesson of Too Good to Not Believe. If you missed part 1 or you're interested in learning how to play it without a capo, I'll post a link up here on the screen or in the description box. You'll find the link. You can check that out. Remember, if you have any questions or concerns, leave them down below in the comment section down below. I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. And if you also have any song ideas or song recommendations, I love to see those. Leave them down in the comment section below. Ultimately, that's it for the video today, guys. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button, and the notification bell helps me out and it helps the channel out. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video.